take away from the game yesterday?
Just wasn't just too many turnovers. Hard to win a game when turn the ball over like that, and just didn't execute when we needed to.
What's it like on the sideline I mean, both teams, there were turnovers on both sides. What's it like on the sideline as you kind of watching the game unfold?
I think everybody had their heads up. We always, the entire game, we thought we had a chance to win because we did, and we just didn't execute the things we needed to execute.
Justin, David was saying that y'all expected the Dolphins to blitz as much as they did. It seemed like they were crowding a lot there. Could you take us through a little bit what their plan was and what the plan was initially to stop that?
We had certain things dialed up, and if they started showing looks where they're when they were going to bring the house, we had answers for it, and we just need to execute it better once we get those answers out.
How confusing is it? Because it seems like sometimes they're crowding like 8 at one time.
Yeah, it just goes back to seeing what you saw on film during the week. It is confusing, but it's not anything that we shouldn't be able to handle.
How did you think Justin did at center? Or I'm sorry,
Who?
Morrissey.
Jimmy.
Sorry, Justin.
It was his first game. I thought he did a good job. He was playing his heart out. Some things didn't go the way we wanted him to, but I think he played well, and he definitely played really hard.
How would you evaluate the team as you guys enter the bye? What are some things y'all can do to try to get back on the winning track after the bye?
I think the first thing we just get healthy. Guys get some rest that have been banged up, been playing through some things, and just knowing that when we come back, the main focus needs to be to execute and play penalty-free football.
It was an uncharacteristic game for Tyrod, and in the huddles after and as the game was going on, as mistakes were happening. What did you sense from him as the game continued?
Honestly, that's the same thing I always get from Tyrod. He was smooth, he was steady. I always felt like we had a chance to win. That he was going to get us in the play or make a play for us to get back in the game.
Was that go ahead.
Justin, with the way the offense has been struggling over the last couple of games, how much do the offensive line group actually take on that responsibility as well?
I know the offense goes as we go. So if we're playing well, the offense is more than likely is going to be playing well. So we just have to play better and come together as a unit, no matter the 5 that are out there.
I was surprised for you that he was trying to fling the ball out at the sideline that it ended up being an interception. It's like a big pivotal point in the game.
I honestly thought he was throwing the ball away. I didn't see how far it went or anything like that. I just thought he was throwing the ball away, trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Is that kind of play? I don't know. It seems like a lot of it, like things that are happening this year. Is that kind of emblematic, or did that kind of any feeling after that's familiar?
I wouldn't say that because I feel like that means it's sort of like you looking for something bad to happen. But just the way the ball rolled on Sunday.
What is David Culley doing to keep the team together, keep the heads up during this tough stretch?
He's extremely positive, giving us confidence. I think he's doing a great job just leading us and telling us the things that we can't do, and that's penalties and turnovers. And I think he's doing a good job.
What are your bye-week plans?
I am here for a couple of days, and I'm going to go to my brother's house in Tampa, and then we're going to go down to home in Miami for a couple of days, see my mom, dad, niece, and nephew. It'll be cool.
How's Miami this past weekend? I mean, other than the game.
It was nice to have as many people as I had come to the game. I had about 40 people in the stands, so it was nice to be close to home and have a chance for people that haven't seen me play live in a long time. So it was pretty cool.
Do you notice a difference? So Tyrod had three turnovers, and you said that you felt like you still believed in him, and that it was a winnable game. First, when that happens with a rookie, do you notice a difference when that's happening to Tyrod?
Not so much, honestly. I feel like both Tyrod and Davis, they're both like collective people. They don't let a lot of things get to them. So when bad things do tend to happen, they're always ready to, for the next play to make another play. So I think there isn't much difference in that.
2 more. Finishing in the red zone seemed to be an issue in the game. What was preventing you guys from punching it in?
Just communication and execution. Just when the play is called, we got to all hear the same thing, see the defense through the same set of eyes, and just make the plays.
There was that third down, I think, towards the fourth quarter. I think someone came through the middle up there. That particular play, is that just kind of one of those things? Communication.
Yeah, it's a communication issue.
Last one. All set. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks.
first half of the season. What stands out to you about it?
It's been a roller coaster. I mean, if you want to look at it from an overview, there's been games where the defense hasn't been at its best. There's been games where the offense hasn't been at its best. So the biggest thing is we have to play a complete game. We haven't done that yet. And we have a lot of ball left still to play this season, a lot of pride to play for, and to play that complete game.
What can you point to for the reason that you haven't been able to be consistent in that?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
What can you point to that the reason you guys haven't been able to put a full game together?
A lot of it is just consistency. You know what I mean? I mean, some of it is we've had personnel changes every week, guys going down, guys coming back, getting back into the groove of things. Other thing is just trying to find our groove. I mean, this is still the first time that we've had all these guys play together on the same team, so a lot of it is chemistry related. Guys moving around on the rotation on the starting lineup too. Kind of slows down the chemistry a little bit too, but that's just part of the growth process of us building a new team.
You mentioned that not only the consistency of injuries, but the rotation. What have you thought about how that's been the first half of the season?
I think we're still just trying to find the right formula to put the right guys on there and the right combination to go out and put the best product on the field and see if we can score touchdowns on offense and stop touchdowns on defense. So I just play my role, whatever they ask me to do, what part, free safety, strong safety, whatever that is. I'm up for it to help the team get to our ultimate goal of winning, and that's just what I do. I focus on my part.
Do you ever expect that in the NFL? Are you used to that? I mean, have you seen that across the league where you're at the bye week and you're still trying to find out the best lineup? Yeah,
I mean, the NFL is a constantly revolving place. I mean, even from one year to the next year. I haven't been on one team that was the same in each of my 4 years here. Every year is a completely new year. NFL is constantly rotating. I mean, you can look across the league at all the teams that are going through rotations right now. I mean, Green Bay, the Cardinals overcoming with Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins out. So that's just a natural part of the game that those rotations are going to happen. And you got to have the depth and guys ready to step up and make plays when it's their time to shine.
How comfortable were you with Eric Murray and playing free?
Yeah, I'm real comfortable. I mean, I like E. Murray a lot. He's a very smart player. Our communication is really good on the disguises and everything like that, so it's very comfortable. In order to do those disguises, mix up the views for Brissett a little bit and cause some confusion. Really good player. I'm happy that he's back in the lineup.
Where's the mentality and where's the the things y'all point to fix when, even Tyrod Taylor coming back doesn't bring a win?
Yeah, I mean, just plainly it wasn't our best game, and that's just unfortunately what happens sometimes. I still have all the faith in the world in Tyrod. I mean, he's a vet. He's proven himself time and time again that he's a quarterback that deserves to be a starting quarterback in the league, and he just had an off day. Our offense didn't hold. So that happens. Defense, we've done that a couple of times too. So we just push forward. We have a bye week coming up, a chance to focus on ourselves, maybe actually take a couple of days away from football. I think that there's benefits in that too, to kind of clear your mind from everything and then come back into the building with a fresh mentality and an eagerness to get back on the field and get things right.
It took 6 weeks to get back to that game, and was obviously, y'all were talking about how he was encouraged and y'all were encouraging him. Did you sense the disappointment after the game?
Yeah, definitely did. But, it is what it is. I know he's going to come back. He's hard on himself too. He's going to come back and he's going to be ready to go, man. But you did feel it, though, even with his leadership and his presence back, that there was just a better energy. You know what I mean? Because he's a true leader on this team, and guys follow behind him and follow behind his lead, and he's one of our leaders, man. So I'm going to continue to fight behind him. Everybody on the defense, everybody on the team is going to continue to fight behind him.
Justin, what are some of the things David Culley's doing to keep both sides of the ball together during this tough stretch?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Coach Culley always focuses on the team, man. Everything that we do is for the best for the team. That comes to lineup, that comes to who's playing, that comes to rotations, that comes to just staying together. That was part of the speech that we talked about after the game. Is the main thing we have to do is not allow the locker room to splinter, and just stay on the path. You know what I mean? You stick to the grind, you stick down the right road. Eventually, things will start to turn up.
What are your your plans for the bye week?
Honestly, I haven't thought about it yet. Might go visit my brothers. I don't know, find something, just kind of get away from football a little bit, take my mind off of it, and come back ready to go.
Hey, Justin, you talked about the inconsistencies within the rotation, especially on defense. How much of that do you feel is part of the reason why Lonnie Johnson has been somewhat in this slump over the past couple of games?
I mean, it's not easy, him being rotated from corner to safety, safety back to corner, still trying to find his footing on what his best position is. He's versatile. He has athleticism. He has a length. He has the want-to and the will. It's just got to come together for him, and it will. It will. It's just tough, though. You know, every year he's been has been something different. His first year he's a corner. Second year he's a safety. Next year he learns a completely new defensive system. So there needs to be some consistency for him, too, to see that growth.
What do you tell him to encourage him?
I mean, you just got to stick down a path. I mean, he's played football for a long time. You know what I mean? He's not a rookie or anything like that. He knows football. He knows how to play ball. That just comes with experience. You know what I mean? So those reps were invaluable for him. He's going to continue to develop, and you know what I mean? He's going to be a good player. He just has to keep sticking to it.
How do you notice the pass rush, specifically a guy like John Bernard the past couple of weeks? How does he help you on the back end?
JG has been special. I don't remember what his count is on how many sacks he's had this far. I know he's up there in the 7. He's up there in the leaderboards with it across the league. But this has been a coming out season for him, man. It's been fun to watch. I go and tell him every day before the game starts, go be special today. You know what I mean? Because he has that inside of him. So it's been good for him. It's been good for the whole team because when he creates that pressure, it gives us opportunities on the back end. I mean, Murray's pick came because the defensive line flushed Brissett out of the pocket, caused that pressure on him. He threw up a ball that he probably wishes he didn't, and then Eric was able to come down with it. So rush and coverage working together, that's what makes defenses really click.
What do you think of the job Neville did yesterday stepping in for Christian?
Oh, Neville did a great job. Neville did an excellent job, man. I love seeing his energy and passion on the field. Playing behind him, man, watching him just have fun out there. He had like 134 tackles, 143 tackles last season too. So he's no stranger to wanting to get his nose in there and make some contact. But Neville did a tremendous job stepping up.
Last one. All set? Thanks, guys.
Cool. Appreciate you guys.
When you signed here, what did you, I don't know, this is what you expected when you think about what you thought then and what you think now about how the first month went and what stands out to you?
You know, I knew signing here I was coming into a place where we're going to have a lot of guys. You know, we got a lot of guys in the locker room that where you would think our record would be better. And I mean, it's crazy because we're, 1-8 now? And, like, you know, the sky's falling. But at the same time, it's like we understand, like, we just have to fix so many little things. Like, when we do, we're going to be fine. Like, it's just, I think the faith it doesn't feel like a toxic environment. It doesn't feel like a environment where people are like, I need to get out of here. You know, it's like we're still together. We're still trying to just figure it out.
How do you guys approach it now that, you know, even Tyrod wasn't able to bring you guys a win? How does that change things in your mind?
I mean, for anyone, it's not just on Tyrod, but, you know, anyone. If I sat out for 7 weeks and just was, you know, come back in, you're not always going to have, you know, sometimes it goes, you have your comeback game, sometimes you don't, you know, and it's not just on Tyrod. I'm not saying that at all, but, you know, I don't think we lose any hope in that aspect at all. You know, we know what Tyrod can do, and we know. I think we'll be fine.
What are some keys to keeping this from being a toxic environment or a locker room splinter? Is that David Culley? Combination of? How do you view that?
I think it's a combination of a little bit of everything. You know, the coaching staff, just the guys we have here in general. Like, we're all. We love what we do. We're all like pretty true professionals, and I mean we're close. We're a close locker room. I feel like We all spend a lot of time outside of the building. We're always, holding each other accountable. We're doing Bible studies together. We're doing all kinds of different things. I don't know. I think it just is the culture that we're, trying to build here.
Who leads the Bible studies?
Who leads it? Kind of everyone. We just we have a guy here, Robbie, who does a great job with that stuff. But yeah.
Are there a couple of guys like leaders on the team that have really helped keep the locker room positive and keep you guys looking forward through this tough stretch?
Yeah, you always got guys like there's a bunch of different guys. Tyrod, Christian Kirksey, Cooks. I think everyone tries to do a pretty good job of just staying positive, and that's how you just keep the environment the way it is right now.
Justin said that Neville did a tremendous job stepping in for Kristen yesterday.
Yeah.
And communicating that. What's Neville like off the field? How hard is it to sort of step into that role?
I love that guy, man. Neville. He's hilarious. But he went in he had like 25 snaps, 10 tackles, like he went crazy. But he's a guy who he's a true professional. The guy watches more film than I've ever seen ever. And by any teammate I've ever played with. He's always knows what position to be in, and truthfully, a lot of time, I go to him for, hey, like, what do you think about this play? What do you think about this play? And he's kind of been there for me a lot. So being out there and playing with him I was excited for him to see the stat sheet after, and just to see him do his thing during the game. It was exciting.
How often does he watch film for you to notice that it's more than most people?
Dude, the guy's watching film all day, all the time, and he'll call me at night and be like, "Hey, do you see this play?" I'm like, "No, I didn't even get there yet. Like, how are you already there?" But yeah, he's different with that.
He looks tracked on his.
Yeah, on the iPad. Yeah.
We're good.
Right on, guys.